Hello everyone, and welcome to what is definitely the easiest Bloody Puddles chimps of all time. No pixel perfect placements, abilities, or micro. Let's get started. Oh yeah, you also get the Axis of Havoc achievement if you didn't have that already, which you probably do. First, we use the brand new Bloody Puddle start that has no pixel perfect placements. First time ever. 2 Desperados. This guy just goes as top left as possible here. Just shove him in this corner. Just shove him in the corner as high as you can. And then this guy goes right over here as right as possible, but you want the inside of the range border to touch the edge of these tire tracks. I think it's slightly easier to see if I do this. Yeah, you want the inside of the range border to touch that. The tire treads right there. That is like the hardest thing you have to do this entire run. That one placement. Messing up this placement can cause you to lose on round 7 or round 8, depending on how you messed it up. For round 7, you have to set this guy to strong. And to win, you need it to hit that green. And if you placed it right, it will. And because of how this tower works, you also need it to end off the round with 2 shots like that. For round 8, we have a dart placement. This guy just goes as left as possible here while making sure that the outside of the range border touches this little rock right here. The outside of the range border has to touch the bottom of the rock. You can lose on round 8 if you mess this guy's placement up, but if you beat round 7, there's a very good chance you're going to be able to beat round 8 as well. For round 9, switch it back to first, and then we have a dart monkey right over here, just as top left as possible, but making sure that the range border touches the right edge of the track right here. If you did it right, it should get that snipe. Oh, what the hell? Seems like I messed up the spot, and it's still winning. So that's fun. Normally you want it to snipe there. I messed that up, and it still won. So that's cool. You can lose on the left side if your dart spot is off, but it's not super tight. Want to know the second hardest thing you have to do in this entire run? Place a sniper mid-round. Just at any point before the big wave of blues shows up, place a sniper right over here as right as possible, and you want to line up the tip of the gun with the rock right here. And set it to strong as well. I couldn't really show lining up the gun with the rock in the main recording, so that'll be a post-editing thing, I guess. Round 11 should be free. The One Pierce Towers gang. Anyway, for round 12, don't do anything, even though we have the money to buy a sniper. Don't. We want to buy it after the round ends, and it has to be as top right as possible on the left of the track right here. And set this guy to strong. We have to place this guy after round 12, just because the shot timing will be more favorable for round 15, which reduces a little bit of RNG. For round 14, we get another sniper. This guy is as top right as possible here as well. Just shove him in that corner. Set him to strong. And then after round 14, we're going to get a 4th sniper. And this guy is going to be right in the middle over here, just as bottom right as possible below the other one. These 2 central snipers will be key to our strategy later, so might as well get them down now. Also, set this guy to strong, and all of your snipers should be on strong. Both Desperados on first, and 15 is no issue. The One Pierce Towers just destroy the dense round. Not something you see very often. Even though we have no subs yet, we're going to get one. Normally you need one. but now you don't, yet we're still getting one. This guy's going to go as bottom right as possible over here. The range border over here should be in line with all of these tire treads. And we're going to get longer range. This round may look a bit close sometimes. Sometimes that'll happen. Your sniper will get it right here. But that happens like semi-consistently. Most of the time it won't even get close. For round 19, get advanced intel on your sub. We're going for airburst now, but we still have a few things we need to buy. For round 21, obviously get twin guns here. And we're also going to set this top left sniper to close. Very important that this guy is on close, because that means he will prioritize the yellows on this side, and will just make it a lot easier overall. A lot less RNG here. This round and 22 can still have a little bit of RNG, but not much. Very rare that you lose, and it's still pretty easy to get to this point anyway, so shouldn't take more than a few tries at most. Back to strong for 22. And the other thing we have to do, this is the last thing we have to do mid-round, the entire run. Well, maybe second last, depending on if you want to or not. This sniper specifically, upgrade him to full metal jacket. Has to be this sniper, because this sniper is going to be alk buffed later. So, yeah. And from here, free. Get night vision on this sniper, specifically, for 24. And we're also going to set our sub to strong for 25. This reduces a little bit of RNG, which is nice. Might look a bit close, but that's consistent. Switch it back to first for 26. Get airburst for 27. And this is the real part. We've finished all of the difficulty in this run. It's completely free now. After 28, we're going to get Gwen. Right up here. And Gwen is going to go right up here, because her heated up buff is like the most important thing in this run. It's super powerful with the sniper strategy that we're going. So yeah, it's very nice. Eureka indeed, Gwen. Anyway, for 31, set her to strong. This helps reduce a little bit of RNG that can happen here. And her targeting doesn't matter for the rest of the game, but I'm just going to switch her back to first anyway. For 33, we don't really have any good camo detection, so we're going to get a ninja down here. The bottom of the range border should be in line with the bottom of the screen right here. And you might be wondering, whoa, why do we have no camo detection on the left? Because the sub darts bounce over there. Yeah, that happens consistently every time. Pretty funny. So, yeah, that's nice. Anyway, get a wizard here for 34. And we're going to upgrade this guy to an arcane mastery. Arcane Mastery for 35, and then we're going to cross path it for 36 with the bottom cross path, because that is just the better one. Yeah, it can see camo, and we kind of need that now, because we can't rely on sub bouncing anymore. The sub might look like it's about to lose on the right side, but it's not. Get triple gun for 37. And then also this top left sniper to full metal jacket. These two snipers should handle all of our leads, which is very nice indeed. Might look a bit close, especially on the left side where stuff might make it near the exit, but we have big range arcane mastery and also some sub intel down here because of the desperado. For 38, we're going to get two glue gunners. These guys are mostly for round 40, but might as well get them now. This guy is going to go right over here. You can kind of line up the left ear with this rock over here if you need to. It's not a super tight spot. 110 set to strong, and then a second one just as top left as possible, or no, as top right as possible next to your Arcane Mastery. My bad. Same thing, 110 set to strong. These guys help a little bit this round, but they're mostly for round 40. Being able to slow every single ceramic from the Moab is very nice indeed. For 40, we get an Alk buff right up here, just a 300, because that's all we can afford for now. And we have to buy it after the round ends so that the buffs fire immediately and it's as consistent as possible. The glues should glue the ceramics, and you win. For round 42, we're going to get a village right up here. Kind of line it up so that it's kind of between Gwen and your lead sniper.
Can I help you?
002, Monkey Commerce. And we're going to set this sniper to first and upgrade it to a 021. There can be a bit of RNG on this round because our ninja is in a pretty bad spot for intel, so this guy prevents it. Get faster throwing on your Alk for 43 so that it pretty much has permanent uptime on our sub, and it's just a lot more powerful now.
Incredible.
Now we're just going to upgrade this guy to a 032 Bouncing Bullet. And then, get your village to Jungle Drums. And then, upgrade this guy to a 102. We're going to get this guy to a 203 semi-automatic before round 49.
Eureka.
This guy will be our elite defender later, so might as well build into him now so we can start our elite sniper save up. After buying one final Alk buff right up here just as high as possible, as top right as possible, while being in discount range. And this guy, we're just going to leave him at a 300 for now, actually. The uptime isn't insanely important on this guy for now, and it lets us afford Elite Sniper one round earlier, which is a little nicer. Get Supply Drop here. And now, we should be able to afford Elite Sniper shortly. Because the Supply Drop's main attack actually pops leads for some reason, only the main attack, not the shrapnel, we can actually beat 59 very easily. No AMD RNG is required at all, which is very nice. And 60 should just go down pretty easily. And we afford the Elite Sniper before 61. Also, switch it back to first because the game thinks elite targeting is actually useful. I'm never going to click that. I'm never going to click the elite targeting button this entire run. So, yeah. Our Elite Sniper should absolutely destroy 63 here because that's kind of what it's built to do. But it cannot defeat 64 on its own. So switch your semi-auto to first and get full auto. This guy just murders the round. Eureka indeed, Gwendolyn. Before 74, we can get our Elite Defender. And this is our second Tier 5 Sniper. We get the last Tier 5 Sniper on round 97. So it's going to be a bit until we get another Tier 5 Sniper. But these two guys are very strong together and should carry for quite a while. Now, above it, above our village, just as bottom right as possible here, we're going to upgrade, get a village, and this guy's going to be a discount as well, but we're going to get camo on it as well. We're only getting camo here because it's going to need to be applied to a relentless glue we're going to get later, and also we want our Elite Defender to be able to hit DVTs. And now we can finally get stronger stimulant because we can double discount the cross path. It's not actually meant to be buffing our Elite Defender, but I guess it does Well, pretty much nothing, really. But that's because after round 79, we're going to place a bunch more towers, and you'll see why we get this guy to stim in the first place. Our sniper duo just taking down the mid-game like that. Very nice. So, for round 80, we're going to get a sniper up here, as top left as possible while still being in the range of both discount villages. This guy is going to be the subject of our stronger stimulant buff as well. A 420 main Moab set to first. This guy and the elite sniper should be getting the buff. If your elite defender is getting the buff, you're absolutely cooked. So yeah, that's just fun. You're probably going to have to use quite a few more abilities. So, fun. Anyway, now we're going to start building into another set of snipers here. This guy's going to be just right over here, as top left as possible. And this guy is going to be a 032 bouncing bullet. And then right below him, ideally in the range of both discount villages, but money isn't super tight at this point, so it doesn't really matter. It's fine if it's only in one, but try to get it in two if you can. The spot isn't super tight at all if you placed your villages remotely well. Another bouncing bullet. Bouncing bullets with the elite sniper buff are very powerful, and are probably the most cost-efficient thing we can buy right now. And the most cost-efficient support for bouncing bullets is alch buffs. So we're going to get one right here for this guy, a 301. And this guy also over here in discount range, a 301 as well. They should be buffing each bouncing bullet with 100% uptime, essentially. The reason we go for this instead of a stim is that it's slightly cheaper. I did say money isn't tight, but it's mostly for the fact that stim does leave them with a bit of downtime, and that bit of downtime can be crucial it's crucial for not losing on 93. That downtime will make you lose on 93 a few times, so bad. For 85, we're going to remove the truck. Oh no, the helicopter crashed. Remove the helicopter, and we've pretty much removed the obstacle now. Get a glue gunner as just left as possible here. Right over here. And this guy is going to be a 024 Relentless Glue set to strong, and also primary training for the increased pierce and range. Oh, yeah, now we just go straight to 93, so I'll see you on 93. 93 is the only round in the entire game where I would recommend using an ability, but still shouldn't be required. So, we have reached the round 93, and 93 is bad because that means Gwen is not attacking, which means none of our snipers are going to have the heated up buff against the DDTs, which is bad. So, first we're going to get a boomerang right over here, and this guy is going to be a 024 Moab Press set to strong, and this guy up here is also going to be, you need to fit another one right over here, should be able to. There's a spot, trust me. Yeah, you can put this guy over here if you need to. Ideally, over here, but if you can't fit him right here, then place him over here. Seems like I found the spot. Set to strong, and you have to buy these guys after 92 because we want the press attack to fire instantly on 93, just so it's as consistent as possible between runs. We're also going to set our main Moab to strong, and I would highly recommend using a Firestorm against the DDTs, because it will A, kill them faster, and B, give your snipers the heated up buff, which they really need, because these guys can't pop leads right now, and that's kind of bad. But we should just barely be able to squeak out a win here against the DDTs. Usually it'll look a lot closer than it did right here. That was fairly lucky. So, yeah. From here, set your maim to first, and we're in the home stretch. The rest of this game is very easy. And we have one required button press left in the game, which is to buy Cripple Moab at the end of 96. get Cripple Moab after 96, and yeah, our tier 3, not our tier 3 snipers, our tier 5 snipers, our trio of them will just destroy everything. They do a lot of damage. Now you can spend the rest of your money on whatever you'd like. Really doesn't matter. Nothing can actively hurt you in this situation, so yeah, that's nice. Our presses and relentless glue will stall out the left side so that our snipers can burst down the right side, and then they murder the left side very quickly as well. 99 is just hard countered by this setup, so that's fun. For round 100, if you want to buy like 2 or 3 overdrives right over here and just watch the bad layer completely melt, you can do that, but you don't have to. Should still squeak out a win very, very easily. Boom. And with that, you should now have your Bloody Puddles Chimps black border with probably the easiest and best strategy of all time for this map. Gwen and all 3 tier 5 snipers and some bouncing bullets. This is an awesome synergy. I hope you enjoyed this guide. Have a nice rest of your day, and goodbye.